You have to go and experiment with the world before you can really live life. I was brought up in New Zealand. I was desperate to work in British theatre, so I left when I was just under 25. For a young woman coming from the South Island of New Zealand, it was revelationary that there could be so many different people living together. I knew then that what I really, really wanted to work in was community theatre. Making theatre with and for people, ordinary people, and not the big sort of showy, go on and do the same show every night. So we're here in the town of Ipswich. There's a lot of very different people with very different tastes and backgrounds and needs and interests. It had been a very, very successful regional repertory theatre, serving quite a narrow but dedicated audience. Oh, great. Well, this is very... Dick Tuckey retired and the new regime that came in couldn't make it and it closed. And for me, that was the best thing that ever happened. Because to try and turn around an organisation takes a lot of time. To actually restart one that's got a whole community behind it saying, we really want our theatre, was just a joy. We applied together, Pete, my partner, and I, and we were quite determined that it needed to be a broad community theatre. You want to get in a variety of different artists to work with you. That just is common sense. We came in at the beginning of the wave of saying, we must be collaborating in this industry. It's crazy that you build something awesome, show it for 4 weeks and then skip it, gone. There's got to be more collaborative work.
What can I say about Sarah Holmes? She understands diversity like nobody else I know. She wants to take it all, embrace it. Well, she is. That's what she's doing here at New Wolsey.
My family's second home. Oh, yeah, and this is our vocalist, John.
When we did Reason to Be Cheerful, we opened here. It was a co-production with Theatre Royal Stratford and New Wolsey. One of the most amazing nights of my life.
I want anybody to be able to have free access and be able to be themselves and to not have to make compromises or ask for assistance or ask for special concession or for us to be thinking about special concession, just for it to be just how it is.
Here is a theatre, the most welcoming theatre, open its door and say, right, how can we change? We need support, we need a person who can help us go through this, and here I am.
Having an agent for change just sharpens what we're doing, questioning it, rethinking it, just making sure it's solid, putting more bells and whistles on it.
Everybody here is just so proactive. How can we change? What can we do? You know, and that is all across the department. So it feels, as I say, very positive, and not just that tick box. You know, that's not enough anymore. That people in the theatre are saying, yeah, enough is enough. Now we really need to change.
Predominantly, this is where most of the changes will happen, and the platform lift will serve all 4 areas that we need to get to.
There was never access upstairs to the upper floor. This work will just put the final icing on the cake of people being able to freely move around the whole organisation. Ali will have a huge part in helping us reach out to people out there with disability that have thought, oh, I could never work in a theatre. And yeah, you can. Not only that, but we want you to come and work in our theatre. I think the important thing about the creative case, Agent for Change, is not to get too hung up on it being policy or something we ought to be doing because that's the way the world's going. Is just to relax about it, to find the enjoyment in engaging with different sorts of people. Diversity is what makes the world go round. And because it makes it a hell of a lot more exciting.